What a game it was here tonight in Kingston between the Barrie Colts and the Frontenacs in Game 6 of this Best-of-7 series. We were not disappointed with the entertainment value of this hockey game. But first off, shout out to Chuck, who I met before the game. He's a subscriber here from Kingston. It was good to chat with him. Also doing the radio interview broadcast with Jim Gilchrist, the first intermission. That was a ton of fun. I was also invited on to your TV in the second intermission and gave a shout out to the channel from the booth with Mike. So a ton of fun here tonight. But let's recap how this game ended up the way it did. First off, Sam Hillebrand getting the start here tonight for the Barrie Colts against Charlie Schenkel of the Kingston Frontenacs. Really no surprise with Schenkel, but there were some Barrie fans wondering, would Hrebeck get the start here tonight after the Colts won in overtime last night back in Barrie? Marty Williamson going with the hot hand here at Slush Puppy Place. But it was a cautious start to this hockey game. Both teams, you could tell, they did not want to make a mistake early on in this hockey game. And then the Barrie Colts getting an early power play. Bo Jelsma striking iron as the Colts nearly open the scoring here tonight. And then Ethan Hay, he was cross-checked by Cole Baudouin later in the first period. And Hay colliding into Sam Hillebrand. Hillebrand went down, but he stayed in for the rest of the first period. So it didn't look too good at that time, but he gave the thumbs up to the training staff, saying he was good to go and he would finish the first period for the Barrie Colts. The Kingston Frontenacs, though, they would open the scoring. Jacob Battaglia, side of the net. It was the power play when Baudouin was in the box, and it was just a neat little trick shot that Battaglia did to get the scoring started here for the Frontenacs. But the Barrie Colts, they would tie it. Emil Hemming carries it into the attacking zone, takes a snapshot. Maybe something that Charlie Schenkel should have had, but anyways, it was tied 1-1 after the first period. Now, shots after the first favored the Barrie Colts 11-9. And to note, the start of the second period, Sam Hillebrand was on the bench and Ben Hrebeck came in. So for Hillebrand, letting in a goal on 9 shots, but it is concerning to see him go down with that injury in the first period. So we'll have to wait and see if Hillebrand's going to be healthy enough for the next game for the Barrie Colts. But in that second period, Joey Willis had a breakaway, but he was denied by Ben Hrebeck. And right away, going the other way, Owen Van Steensel robbed point blank by Charlie Schenkel, as it was a goaltending duo here tonight. The Barrie Colts, though, they would make it a 2-1 score before the end of the second period. Tristan Bertucci, point shot deflected, and that would be a power play goal. I almost wondered if either Van Steensel or Jelsma tipped it in front, but they gave credit to Bertucci at this point. So after the second period, 2-1 Colts, and they were out shooting Kingston 22-18. Now in the third period, Ironin, he hit the post early on the power play. He was all over the ice tonight. He is a threat. The Vegas Golden Knights have an amazing prospect in Tuomas Ironin. Now after that, the Frontenacs, they would tie it up. Ironin again, this time with a fantastic pass to Jacob Battaglia. That's the second power play goal of the night for Kingston, and it would make it 2-2. And then before the end of the third period, Ironin would get another breakaway, but this time Keishon Aitchison would deny that chance. But we would need overtime for the second night in a row between the Colts and the Frontenacs. But Kingston outshooting Barrie at the end of the third period, 32-29. So Kingston finding their stride once again when it came to the shot clock. In the overtime period, it only took about 2.5 minutes, but the Kingston Frontenacs would complete the victory, and this series is going to a Game 7. It was Gage Hayes going to the nets, and he was able to get to that loose puck and put it past Ben Hrebeck. And for Gage Hayes, that's now 2 overtime goals this playoffs. He scored the double OT winner against the Sudbury Wolves in the first round, and now has another OT winner here against the Barrie Colts, and that's a big one, as we're going to have a Game 7 back at the Saddle Arena Tuesday night. Also to note, Ethan Hay looked a little frustrated because one of the Barrie Colt players ended up taking his stick, and Hayes was trying to get it back, but he talked to the trainer, so I'm sure he got his stick back with just a little tomfoolery going on at the end of the overtime. But bottom line, the Kingston Frontenacs, huge win here on home ice. Your 3 stars, Gage Hayes, a goal and 2 assists. Second star, Charlie Schenkel, 27 saves. He had to make some big stops there this hockey game. and Jacob Battaglia coming out with 2 goals, both on the power play. So great job there for Battaglia. But most importantly, we have a Game 7 back in Barrie Tuesday night. So that's going to be it's going to be a ton of fun. This has been a close series. The home team has won every game so far, so the Frontenacs are going to try and change that pace here in this series so far, while the Colts looking to continue the momentum back at the Saddleland Arena. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on tonight's game. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.